get with the program. This is the 4th of July. I mean, you're trying to link up. Who cares about linking up? Go and show us about the United States, 1776, July 4th. Like the Haitians celebrate January 1st, 1804. Hello! This is a big day. And you're in the big. Here on American Flag Day celebration. Okay, guys, let us remember that America is a land of the free. We all love America. Like I love New York, where Dee Mwango is right now. I love New York. Alright, we all love America, guys. We all love America. But it's a very dangerous country, so we gotta be very careful. We tell that to our travelers. We tell our travelers, be very careful, okay, upon your choice of learning how to survive in the U.S. And then, of course, once you learn how to survive in the U.S., it's an awesome place. It's an awesome country to be in, right? It's an awesome country. We all love America. But at the same time, we all want to go back to our countries every so often because it's hard work to survive here. It's a lot of hard work. Working, imagine having to wake up in the morning at 7 a.m., go to work, you don't get home until 5, the average person. Me, I work 2 jobs, so it's even harder. Right now I'm on vacation, I'm enjoying my 2 months of vacation, but so I end up working 1 job because I'm not on vacation in the other job. But so I work in the evening, so I have my mornings off, which is nice, but still, I miss my afternoons. And this is how we survive the very high cost of living here. People complain, oh my God, their countries don't have money, the US has money, things like that. But you have to understand, we work, okay? A lot of, like I am Myra, does not want to work in the US, and this is why he doesn't want to live in the US, because if you're not willing to work, if you're not a worker, you're not going to want to live in the US. You're going to want to live in one of those developing countries where you can just sit at home and have enough money so that you can pay maids to do everything for you, or you can do your nails, you can do your hair, you can do your eyelashes, and just live like a prince. Okay, we are not living like princes, and this is why I love it when Haitians come here, those who think that they are higher class. Like the other day I was talking about the guy and the lady. Like in Haiti, wives don't work. Okay, so they feel like they have higher privileges than the working girls per se. There are some women who work, like the medical professionals. They work, the nurses, the lab techs, and not even most women though who are lab techs. I know when they get married, they don't work. Okay, their husbands work. All right, the doctors and the engineers, the men work, the women don't. And usually those women who have professional husbands, they're gonna have maids and things like that, who are being paid peanuts working for them, that they can abuse as they please. So it's nice to see when these people come into the US, because then they're gonna think that they're better off than you. But everybody has to work because the standard of living is so high. Not high, but the cost of living, not the standard. The cost of living, the standard is low, but the cost of living is so high that in order for them to be able to keep their status as so and so when they go back to their countries, they have to work. So I just love it. And then all of a sudden they're equal to black people like me. This is what I love about the United States, is that it equates the color lines with colorism. But of course, people are still going to practice it. They practice it a lot in marriages and childbearing and in the churches, wherever they have the subculture and subcommunity where they can practice it, they will practice. Anyway, speaking of the Big Apple and the city where everybody wants to come to, freedom, liberty, Statue of Liberty, Dee just have to hop on a ferry and she will be at Ellis Island to show you guys the Statue of Liberty. There are obviously a lot of people wanting to come to the US. I guess maybe if my parents didn't force me here at an early age, I probably would have been wanting to get visa and stuff like that, also from Haiti, to come here for an opportunity, supposedly that I was raised and educated in Haiti. I probably would have been coming here for an opportunity. Anyway, and I would have had the rich background of having entered teenage years and stuff like that in Haiti. But anyways, a lot of people are still trying to get here, and a lot of us are sponsoring. We might be thinking that, we're not only going to make life better for us, others that we're sponsoring, but also for ourselves. But we got to be very careful because there's a lot of crime happening, particularly in the Haitian community. All right, as we look on this Gary Cornell and are wondering what in the world is this guy doing? Like, this guy thinks like Haiti belongs to Kenya or something, that Kenya has to keep sending armed men to protect his presidency. I'm like, what kind of clown is this? You want protection? If you're a leader, you have to start being a leader. You can't expect another country to be sending people to protect you from your own people. There's a serious problem with this. This shows that they don't want you in office, and they don't want you in office, so you're getting another country to put you in office within a country. I mean, this makes no sense within your own country. I'm like, there are so many people that I grew up with. I'm like, why aren't they prime minister instead? Let me throw out some names. These are people who I know have kind hearts. Evans Fanor. This guy went to school with me. He may not be like the world's most brilliant person. Sorry, I'm just saying, because, they used to call him CNN and make fun of him. But because of his kind heart, he never made a big deal out of it. This is the kind of person who is tolerant of Haitians, and he is from Brooklyn, where Dee Mwango is. He's not in Brooklyn right now. He's in upstate where he went to school. But these are the kind of people I want to see leading the Haitian community. People who love Haiti, but not only for themselves, but who love Haitian people. Okay? You cannot tell me you love Haitian people if you're asking Kenya to send armed men in order for you to be kept in office. So I have a serious problem with this Gary Cornell. From his coming here and mingling with Miami, South Florida politicians. I mean, of all the kind of politicians you could mix with, it's just the worst. The Democrats of South Florida, really? Really, Cornell? So I'm seeing this guy is like a clown. Evans Fanor. His name is Wilfried Fanor because he actually has a brother, I think, who holds that name, Evan. So he's Wilfried Fanor. I say Wilfried Fanor for president of Haiti. A lot of Haitians in Brooklyn, true leaders. Some of them may not be like leaders per se in the chapeau, but they will have the capacity, because if you love the people will sense the love from you and they will migrate towards you. But the thing is, no Haitians have come out with that kind of love for the people. I say Evans. And I can't think of anybody else. I mean, I grew up with a lot of so-called leaders, scholars, or whatever, at the State University of New York at Buffalo. But if I were to think of all the Haitians who were in the Haitian SA when I was president, okay, I would vote for Evans as president of the Haitian of Haiti, because he was always there. When I was president, this guy was always there for the people, and very humble person. Of course, I'm sure like in other universities, there were likewise leadership type people for Haiti who don't even have to be afraid, because people will just love you, even if they were to make fun of you, but you are just such a people's person. Because guys, there are a lot of criminals coming from Haiti here. This guy in Fort Myers killing a blind man who had accepted him into his house. His wife 33-year-old wife, I heard, had to run to the neighbor to call 911 that this guy killed and dismembered the blind man who had let him into the house. And I remember like back in 2020, COVID, I let somebody in my house and I almost died. Right now, you see my face very chubby because I gained 20 pounds on top of my weight that I was at from my having lost like 20-30 pounds or something. I lost 25 pounds because I couldn't eat in my own house, and I was this, and it's funny because this guy was killed at night, and then I started remembering when the lady would just stay in the kitchen. Kitchen has all kinds of weapons. While I'm sleeping, and I'm supposed to wake up early in the morning, and I was not able to sleep, so I started sleeping in hotels. I mean, this is why I know the prices of all the hotels in South Florida. I know the prices of hotels from Indian River all the way down to Homestead, Miami, because I was sleeping in different hotels every single day because I was afraid to go home because I couldn't eat. I was afraid to eat home. So I was starving and I couldn't eat. And I remember, and my stomach started like churning like nonstop 24/7 because, it just needed food and there was no food coming. So I lost 20 pounds and then my body lost its sense of metabolism. My circadian rhythm went out of whack. So I ended up gaining more weight than I've ever weighed in my life. I had lost more weight than I've ever weighed since I was a teenager. And then I gained more weight than I've ever had in my life. And I can't take it off. The additional 20 pounds, I can't, it's very hard to remove. So this is how hard it is when we're trying to be like, I guess we think that we're back in Haiti or try to live like we're in Haiti, because in the United States it's very difficult, the isolation, you know. So you're trying to let families in and live in communities like you're back in Haiti, but these people turn out to be murderous criminals. So we got to be very careful. So it wasn't only this man who went into this man who was living in this blind man's house, killing him and dismantling him. There was also a young woman in Texas who brought her father from Haiti after living here, I guess going to nursing school or something, working, brought her father here. And the father called her saying something about seeing blood. And when she got back home, the father killed her. And I don't know what happened to that father. Apparently, the man who killed the blind man in Fort Myers was probably possessed by loi. Mais peut-être li te gen loi nan tête li. I don't know what was going on. So this guy charges at the cops with the knife that he killed, decapitated, the murder knife. And so the cops had to kill him, you know? And this is why we have to be very careful who we allow in our homes and things like that. And, this is not Africa, guys. And even Haiti, well, look, a lot of these people that I'm talking, these stories that I'm telling you, some of them come from Haiti, not from Haiti. These are people that came from Haiti. So this is the kind of people that we're bringing in. You have to realize some of these people, the stories that they tell you, how they got into the U.S. I understand a lot of the Biden, they're coming directly from Haiti and here. But some of these people had to get on boats to have like long trail or maps of connection, from one country to another in order to get into the United States. Like I met some guy like during the COVID time, who came from Mexico, and he had to explain to you how he had to get in a boat and get to somewhere like Guatemala or something, and from the Guatemala, maybe be bused to Mexico, and then the length of time that he spent in those Latin American countries. And when you look at, the colorism that I'm talking about, these people learn to scorn us blacks as Haitians and to think that, because they're in a Latin American country, that makes them better. And then all of a sudden they start putting us down and started putting up Spanish people, as if they're better than us blacks. So we have these kind of people that are coming in from Haiti, people who now scorn blackness. I come from a generation where my parents, or those who were my parents' age and generation, they really were prideful of being Haitian. But a lot of Haitians today are like my father, they scorn Haiti. You see, my father, he was ousted out of Haiti by his father at the age of 16 or even 13 or something. Very young, he was sent out of Haiti. So he has a scorn for the country because he did not have the privileges of his half brothers, who had the money and things like that. So so these are the kind of people who scorn Haiti and scorn Haitian people. And then we Haitians, we still hold this love for our people, and yet we have to be very careful, the people that we're sponsoring, to make sure that They don't hold that kind of scorn for us, whereas to make it hell for us, and sometimes to even have murderous, like soulless, heartless, murderous intentions, that could become dangerous for us who are the sponsors. And also bring in like danger into America. Not that America doesn't have enough dangers. I mean, look at the trial that they just started in June of Waddy Wilson. Okay, this guy who killed two women, okay, in one night or something, or within the course of a day or two. Okay, he killed two women from one, like on a one night stand, turned deadly. Okay, attempted to kill his girlfriend, I heard, and then he ended up killing another woman that he asked for directions. So sometimes in the United States, being nice, okay, is not the way to go in the US, because we don't know who we're dealing with. We're dealing with murderers and people coming from different places, including from my own country, who will kill our own. They usually will not kill another, but they will kill us who had kind hearts. And then within the United States, people who are born, in dysfunctional families. Myra, I think, should be a good lesson for Dee Mwango. She's a woman. It makes it even harder. Myra had a very tough time here, trying to depend on friends. You can't come to the United States and think that you're going to depend on friends, because first of all, it's like one person cannot trust the other. Like the friends cannot trust you and you cannot trust the friends either. Basically, that's the way it is. And this is why a lot of people are thrown towards isolation, and there is a lack of familyhood, because people will do, I mean, everything that there is being practiced in your country, they practice it within the subcultures here in the United States, where they have the divide and conquer. Divide and conquer is done by churches. Churches do a lot of division of family. You may lose a parent, not like through death, but through connection, so you're losing family because of church. Like Jehovah Witness is one of the churches that divide and conquer, and I know that from firsthand. Okay, even those Christian churches divide and conquer, because one is preaching that they're better than the other. And it's not necessarily American, because guys, America is a melting pot. So people come here with different cultures. So within your own culture, because my family, they stuck within the culture. And me, because I never really wanted to leave Haiti, I always retain my Haitian aspect. Okay, so I am being kicked out of the culture while I have Haiti within me. I have my culture within me. Like this morning, I made my home, my breakfast lakai, okay, with my chocolate and my milk, my bread. Even though I actually had Cuban bread, because the dough is softer than that of and lighter than the dough of the Haitian bread. I had the Cuban bread, but I had my hot chocolate with a carnation milk and my banana and one egg kind of breakfast today. And this afternoon I plan to go to work. Yes, I am working on 4th of July. Okay, I plan to go to work with our traditional spaghetti that we actually adopted here in the US. All right, but I guess it's become stapled also. So welcome to the Big Apple. Welcome to the Big Apple. You'll find friendly people, and you will find a if you look, you will find a host, so that you will be able to stay for a month or more. Before you say you're going to go on to your next country. Now, I don't know about South America. I have never been to South America, because I know your US visa will bring you to South America. And as far as Canada is concerned, from what I know about immigration, all Haitians have always gone to Canada, because Canada does not require the papers that the US requires. So Canada is open doors, and this is the perfect time to go to Canada. While it's cool, because Canada is around lakes and waters that create high wind chill factors that make it very, very cold up there during the winter season. All right, Niagara Falls, okay, from where I went to college at, my university that I went to. Also a site that one can see. Niagara Falls is in New York, and it borders Canada. So that's a sight to see. In the winter time, you can barely stay outside. So this would be the better season to go. So there's much to do, and it's cheaper up north. It's cheaper if you go up to places like Buffalo and area where in Niagara, the area where the Niagara Falls is, because it's a lot cheaper. And there are universities, and actually Buffalo is like a university area. But anyway, why am I talking so much? For those of you guys who are looking forward, because actually Dee has, I think there's a Ghanaian counterpart in Canada who does travel channel. She's more educational than it is the entertainment that deeper and drama that Dee presents. So she does have links that she can get. So this is, of course, anybody who wants to come to New York. Upstate New York is a lot cheaper, like places like Albany, which is the capital of New York. Okay, New York City is not the capital of New York. The capital of New York is Albany. As we know, New York is not the capital of the United States. It's Washington, and of course, Washington is not as fun as New York. But I think all of the cities of the U.S. have their own unique fascination. Of course, New York City, particularly New York, Chicago. I don't know. Okay, so from New York, all of the boroughs, they're all exciting. Chicago, Illinois. Newark, New Jersey is very interesting where the airport is. I think you probably came through JFK or LaGuardia, but there's also a nearby airport in Newark, New Jersey. I don't know. Newark is actually depressing, but you could make it fun, and it's cheaper than than New York City. So anyway, let me move on, guys. What was I going before I got stuck on Dee Mwango? Anyway, I was gonna talk about the Jamaican guy who made a derogatory comment against dark-skinned Haitian women in a like inverted way so that you can't even see it. So, and that's just one of the habits of colorism is you can't come in, because if you come into there and say, oh, you're jealous. It's not about jealousy. It's like you take a woman who is light-skinned with long hair. They have women with European features, mixed blood women. And then you juxtapose them and say, oh, this is not what you expected, as she doesn't look like the typical Haitian woman. And she's supposed to be your wife. So it's like, I chose her among the typical Haitian woman. Therefore, I believe, oh, by the way, she's like Latina. So basically saying that the Latinas are a better choice of women than us Black Haitian women. It is really, really a downgrading thing that man did. And I don't know, and then the other one was like laughing, and I'm like, are you typifying all of Jamaicans as being as racist and colorist as you are? And then they're making it look as if it's justified what they're saying, as if there's nothing wrong in it, as they put people like me down, like, okay, here's his wife material. It is the long, soft-haired, white-looking woman with the white features. So admiring the white features on a woman with Black genotypes. Does that make sense? She has Black in her genotype, but she also have white in her genotype. So admiring her white phenotypes, okay, of a woman who's supposed to be a Black woman. And that's basically what colorists do. I mean, and it's not just that I saw that instance of it through a Jamaican man who is living in Haiti, So imagine what my people are going through. Imagine, this is how these people are suffering. They are suffering with poverty, in the sense that this man, actually, I know, because he's an engineer. My uncle is an engineer, okay? And he's got kids and this mulatto wife. So guess what? They're going to have maids, because this woman doesn't believe in lifting a finger. She is the wife of an engineer, okay? So these women who are going to be Yeah, they're gonna have women cooking and things like that because in Haiti, men don't cook. They don't cook for people. They might cook for themselves, but they're not gonna get hired to cook for you. They're gonna get hired to plant, do your gardens and things like that, but not cook. So they're gonna have women that are gonna be cooking for them, women that are going to be cleaning their houses for them, black women. So you can imagine how these women who actually need, and then sometimes parents will give their babies, their little black babies, to these people because those Haitians are they're so backwards in their head that they do worship those things. So whatever you put in front of those black people as the status quo, they just take it as fact, as if they don't know better, as if it's like there's nobody teaching them to love themselves. So somebody like that comes and they're showing you that what deserves love, what deserves honor, what deserves high class is somebody with light skin. So then they're gonna just take it as and accept it and be slaving in these people's houses and not having the equity and equality. And this is the problem with all of America. I mean, this guy Carnai comes here, and instead of addressing the Haitian community, he goes to the politicians. How does going to the politicians address the Haitian community? If you really want to address the Haitian, these days you don't even go to the church anymore, because you know what? The churches are racist. Because I stopped church hopping because of the racism within Haitian churches down here. They're racist, and then they're teaching it to the congregation through religion. Okay, so if you really, really want to address the Haitian community, you don't go to the politicians. You ask for a community meeting through the school board. You go to the working class Haitians. You're gonna find the racists, and you're gonna find the ones that are struggling against the racism. All right, I am a teacher, so I am very accessible. The only thing is you make me unaccessible by going to the racists. I'm not saying, I noticed you were with Alex. I have no problem against Alex. I think Alex is one of the few racist politicians. However, he's not that accessible because guess what? He is surrounded by racist people. And then I see that who are you around? Frederica Cox. When was Frederica Wilson. When was Wilson, okay, Haitian? Where's her Haitian blood? You have all of these Haitians down here in Florida, in South Florida, in Miami, in Broward, who are suffering from the racism and the oppression that is happening in our country. And instead of appealing to us, you go to politicians, many of whom are not even Haitian. So you jump into your political game to exacerbate the racism that is already happening in Haiti, okay? The atrocities that are already happening within our communities, and our communities right here, where your black women are being discriminated against, as well as at home, as I just showed you an example of Digicel paying an engineer from Jamaica who is putting light-skinned women on a pedestal above black ones, okay? Racism being practiced within the Haitian community, uncontrolled, and you come here to exacerbate it. That's what's happening, Karnai. So if you want to appeal to the Haitian people, I'm not even saying to go to the churches. You have to go to where we are working, because like our song says, travail c'est liberté. Travail c'est liberté, because those of us who are finding liberty in work. Because you know what? Those of us who are working are those who are suffering just like our people in Haiti. Okay? We either we have enslaved ourselves to the white features in order to work hard for some white looking woman or woman with white phenotypes, or we are working hard because we are taking the opportunities that of equity and equality that America gives to all, that the federal government, not the politicians. It is written in the Constitution that they gave to us. It was promised to us before these politicians even knew they were going to be politicians. Since we were little here in the United States, when I first came from Haiti in the U.S., I was being promised of these equality and justices that allow me to work in a decent job here in South Florida, in Miami. So these are where you are gonna find us, and you're not gonna look for the leaders. You're going to go to the schools. Like Ridore, okay, had invited, for example, Ridore, who they put in jail. I don't care if they put the man in jail because that man did a lot of good stuff for the community. And one of those good stuff he did was giving me an opportunity as a teacher. He hired me within the Haitian community so that when I was being excluded and estranged by the Haitian community, he hired me, making it possible for me to be here today and to still be in the school district and to be teaching at a high school level instead of the middle school level where they had put me in for life. All right, Ridori got me out. So whoever is the principal of North Miami Senior High School Adult Center, as well, you can arrange meetings there, meet with the teachers. North Miami has so many Haitian teachers there. JFK, Edison. You go to the schools, you go to the school district, okay, and you have different meetings via the different schools, or you amass a big meeting from all of the schools and amass us at North Miami where many of the Haitians have moved to. All right, not in Edison, okay? And come to Broward. Come here to Broward, in Miramar, where Haitians flock, in Oakland Park. There are so many ways to address the people, and you don't stay in South Florida because you know what, as I told you, they're very racist down here. Okay, you're gonna find very tolerant Haitians who love their people in Brooklyn, New York. Go to New York, reach out to Spring Valley, because even the late Jovenel Moise went to Spring Valley. That excited me when I saw him at my home church in Spring Valley. Reach out to Rockland County. Karnai, if you want to help us, you're gonna reach out to us and stop going kissing butt of politicians who are only sneering, who don't know our Haitian culture, who are not Haitian, who have not suffered what we have suffered in Haiti and abroad. Okay, and Haitians are just not just in those locations, not just in New York, not just in Florida. We are in Boston, we are in Chicago, we are in Texas, we are in Canada, we are everywhere in the US. So you need to learn to find us not through politicians but through where we work. And this is why I made this video particularly for you, Colorism.